What is up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to episode 1 of Comping with Kyle. This is a revamped edition of the Instagram live stories that I was doing. You might have joined me for the past couple of weeks, but we got a little better setup going on here and a few more crew members to help make this all happen. So just a brief introduction. I'm Kyle. We've got Jake behind the scenes helping us out with all the video production, and this is my co-host, Brandon.
What up, everybody? What up? I am Brandon. I am acquisitions on the agent investors team. Kyle's dispositions. We're giving you a good look into how we look at properties from an acquisition standpoint, from a disposition standpoint. So,
Yep. Just kind of give you guys two different points of view. Since I'm the one selling all of our deals and Brandon's the one making sure that we get good deals in, just kind of yin and yang kind of deal going on. Just we'll give a few more minutes for people to keep joining in. Just to let you guys know, the markets that we're going to be working on today are Arizona, Georgia, Florida, and Vegas. So if you have anything that you either have under contract or that you're working with a realtor on, or that you just want us to take a look at in any of those markets, feel free to drop them in the chat. And we will make sure that we comp them and tell you kind of what we were working with. And to be a little bit more organized than we were in the past when we were doing Instagram Live, we wrote down and broke down the 5 steps that we use when we are comping a property. So these are the straight 5 steps that me, Brandon, Tanner, and the whole rest of the team use the first time we see a property. So Jake, if you want to toss those 5 steps up there, if you guys want to take a screenshot of this, take a photo of it, these are the 5 steps. We're going to get familiar with the subject property, find 3 comparable properties, determine the ARV based on the comps, determine rehab costs, and that will ultimately bring us to our purchase or to our offer price. And we'll get a little bit more in depth in that as we go through some of these examples.
yep. Please take advantage of these things. These are free tools that you can use for your. Of these, study it. Know it like the back of your hand. You need these things to comp these properties. So take advantage of this.
Yep. And there's an even more in-depth version of this, of these 5 steps. It talks about what we're looking at on the subject properties, what we're looking at on comps. And you guys can get that for free, actually. If you just go to agentinvestors.com/comp, put in a little bit of your info, and we will email you a free PDF of every single step and everything that we are looking for when we are comping properties. So just trying to add value to you guys, and I hope you guys find that helpful. Do you want to tell them where they can go if they're not able to submit a deal on the live session?
Yeah, for sure. Where you guys need to go is agentinvestors.com/dispo. Okay, filling out your information. You have everything right there. It's very simple, easy to use, quick. Fill it out there. We'll get to you in 24 hours. And yeah, let's do these deals, everybody. Send them in, man. We love to help. We want to provide value, like Kyle said. Send them in. We're here to help.
Cool. All right. Do we got any comps rolling in yet?
No, nothing yet. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go on.
Actually, looks like we do have one.
Oh, excuse me. Okay.
All right. Thanks, Jake, for tossing that one up.
Got it.
All right. So let's switch over to Jake. Set us up with some fancy tools here so I can comp these properties live for you guys. So
looking real legit here.
Hopefully y'all can see my screen. Jake, they all set? Cool. All right, so that address was 1130
East Polk, I believe.
East Polk. All right, let's check out what we got. And for those of you that aren't in the Arizona market, this tool that I'm using right here is called Monsoon. This is the tax records for Arizona. This is my best friend when I'm comping. Use this all the time for Arizona deals. I'll also be using Zillow. And I got locked out of my Privy account, but eventually I'm going to be using that as well because I know a lot of you guys are using Privy, so we'll get that up and running in the next couple of weeks as well. So let's take a look here on Monsoon. So we've got our first step in the comping process is to get familiar with the subject property. So let's get familiar with what we got here. We got a 3-bed, 2-bath. It's 1,200 square feet, 1 story. We're built in 1926, so we're pretty old, and no pool. Doesn't look like we have any photos, but from the picture here, it looks like it's a relatively old house. So let's see what comps we can find. That'll bring us to step 2. We're going to try to find 3 comparable properties, no less than 2. If you only have 1 comp, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not a deal,
Yeah.
but it definitely makes it harder to, for an investor to see the vision of that it is a good deal. So,
and to even throw that in, it's like even the areas too. Certain areas that you can have one comp, certain areas you can't. You need other comps to justify what you're trying to do. So certain areas, keep that in mind. Certain areas, know your area, know where what your market is, know where like us, Scottsdale. That's a hot area here. Tempe, hot area. Chandler, hot area. Know your hot areas, right? Know where you can find those one comps.
Yep. So right off the bat, I'm seeing a lot of actives in this neighborhood, which I think we're going to definitely start to see more of as the market starts to shift, but definitely not a great sign. That might be a sign to investors that this is either not a good area or there is not a lot of good products that are being put out that is attracting a buyer pool. So like, let's take a look at this one. This one was built in 1930. This one's 2 stories. Okay, yeah, it's not that nice, but it's listed at 400 and doesn't seem to be selling there. So let's take a look at this 385. So this is a 2-bed, 2-bath, 700 square feet. So quite a bit smaller than us, like 500 square feet smaller. With really no pictures of the interior. So we don't really know if this was a flip that an investor put out. We're not totally sure what's going on here. Man, Brandon, what do you think about this area? I'm not really seeing that this is. Yeah, all right. Let me take that back.
Spoke too soon.
I think so. I tend to do that sometimes. We got a 3-bed, 2-bath. Oh, yeah. See, this one's sold off market. So that's something you got to keep in mind when you're looking at the deal on Monsoon. It shows that this property sold for $415, but in reality, it really sold for $105. So we want to make sure that we're checking that. Let's see about this one. Okay, so this one's 1,000 square feet, a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 1-story, built in 1920, no pool. Okay, so I feel like this is probably the closest thing that we've gotten so far. Let's flip through the pictures. Kind of nice looking house from the outside.
And while we're flipping through those pictures, Jake, are we good? I see some comments saying it hasn't started for us yet, or maybe a little lagging over here, but we're good to go. Awesome. We're still good to go. Go ahead, Kyle. Just had to check up on that.
All good. Appreciate you guys checking on that. So it looks like this property was renovated. So we've got one. Yeah. This seems like a kind of a weird. Yeah, this seems like a weird outcast comp. 975,000 in a neighborhood that was mainly 2s, 3s, and the occasional 5.
Right. So what's your thought process when you see that? You have that outlier comp that is just because I see a lot of this. Wholesalers will send deals and say, hey, that 975 is our best comp. I mean, what is your thought process when you see that?
That's why I like to say you need at least 2 comps for it to be a deal, because who knows why one property in a neighborhood could have sold for so much more. Maybe it was, we've ran into before where a comp was designed by a very famous designer. So people were willing to pay a premium for a property that was designed by this person, or, I don't know. There's all sorts of things. Maybe it was like a tear down. Maybe the information on the internet is incorrect. Maybe there's something that you can't see. So that's why we don't really like to use one-off comps. I don't really see this one being a great deal, to be honest. I'm seeing ARV probably somewhere around 375. I know we've got this one here. But again, that's kind of just a one-off at 456. Not really seeing much else. Yeah. We've got some 525s that aren't selling that are 1,200 square feet. So yeah, I'm probably going to go with right around like 375, 400.
Yeah.
And then as far as rehab goes, that's the next step. So what do you think for rehab? How do you kind of run your rehab?
I know you like to go the price per square foot. Of course, that's the right way to do it. Don't take it with a grain of salt. What I like to do, and I like to tell everybody it's in the office, go find an Albert. And if you don't know who Albert is, Albert sits in our office and he flips houses, right? So when we come across properties, who do you think we go to? We go to Albert. Hey, Albert, what would you put a rehab on this, right? And he'll tell us. Some days we're like, you're crazy, you know, there's no way. But you know, he flips houses, so he's kind of right. So, and then some days we're on the same page, you know, more and more as we go along. Now we're starting to see our ARV, our rehabs, excuse me, to match up, right, with how Albert says it. That's why I would say go get Albert, you know, because Albert actually is doing the business. I would suggest go get with somebody who's actually flipping houses, go make a relationship, get cool with them, bring them a property, say, hey, what would you pay for this? What is the rehab that you would put on this property? And the more you do that, the more you get familiar. And then you have a price per square foot that Kyle likes to use. And, you know, Kyle can tell you a little bit more about that. But, you know, that's just my method. I've been in the office with Albert for a long time and I keep saying it, but like it's helped. We're usually all aligned on our rehabs, all of us. And it's crazy. But yeah.
So ask your end buyers is what Brandon's saying.
Mhm.
I try to just get a ballpark by using, I have a formula that we kind of like broke down in that, in the comping step sheet, which again, you guys can get that for free at agentinvestors.com/comp. But essentially if the house is older than, 1990, if it's somewhere between like 1920 and 1990, I know that our rehab costs are going to be a little bit higher. So I'm talking about this house here. It was built in 1926. That's a lot of years. So, you might need a new roof, you might need new AC. There might be some issues with plumbing or electrical. So I like to kind of stay in the range of like $50 to $65 a square foot. Since this house are
Obviously, if we had pictures and we've seen a little bit more of the condition of the property, that rehab will fluctuate up and down. If it's good and in good condition, it might go a little lower. If it's in bad condition, it may go a little bit higher. So, pictures are very important, but I would say around 230 for this one.
Yeah, I would probably agree. And again, this isn't like a super high, a super great area. So yeah, I would probably be more on the conservative side. I agree. 230. All right. Got any up next? I think I was getting some word that we were having some difficulties hearing. You think we're all good now?
Yeah, I'm fixing the video. We'll get you guys back on in a sec. You guys can keep going. They can see your screen now.
Okay. Cool,
man. So let's go to another one.
All right. We're just gonna pick one off of our list of.
BRILL. So this property has been on market for let's say 4 days. We don't have a price drop yet. Yeah.
Okay. 85006. This is the same zip code as that one on Polk Street.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's get familiar with the property here. Step one. So I know that we are active. Let me close out all these other tabs, stay organized here. All right. So we are active for 440,000. We are a 3-bed, 2-bath, almost 1,700 square feet. 1-story, built in 1944. No pool. Let's take a look at the photos just real briefly, see what condition we're working with.
This baby needs some work.
Yeah, this looks pretty original from the 40s, huh?
Yeah, from the 40s. Jeez.
All right. We know the condition of the property well enough. Let's see what's around. This one's smaller than us. Okay, we're getting kind of close in the same range here. This one's a 2.2, 1,300 square feet, built around the same.
Love that.
Also no pool. Okay, so it looks like it was. All right. Actually, it looks like, yeah, 605. It's pretty good. But again, this might be kind of one of those one-off comps. I don't know what that is, but it doesn't look like there's a house on it. We do have another one active. Oh, that's way bigger than us. Not even going to look at that. Not a comp. We do have one coming soon. So let's see what is maybe coming soon on the market here. Okay.
Yeah, pretty decent.
Yeah, decent. It's just it's a specific style.
Definitely has an older layout.
Yeah.
30s.
Yeah, these
upgraded.
arched doorways. Yeah, for sure, old. And then it looks like they're planning to come on the market around 540 on that one. So it looks like they did not take the 600 into account too heavily because they're not listing at 600. So I would say we probably follow suit with these guys and probably say our ARV is probably going to be somewhere around like 500.
Yeah.
Try to be a little bit conservative. Assume that, buyers have more options now, so they're not going to always get the asking price they're looking for. They're not going to get over asking. Just trying to be a little bit more conservative. So you agree on that?
Yeah,
500?
I agree 100%. 500. Now, for this rehab. So we're in a historical district because we're obviously with the older homes. We're in 1930. Like Kyle said, that rehab may be a little bit more extensive. There's been no updates to the property, anything at all. So the rehab is going to be a little bit higher than usual, even with the smaller square footage of the property.
Yeah. So this one, 1944, so not as old as the 1926 one that we just saw previously, but still relatively old. And we're going for, an ARV of $500,000. So
Yeah.
I'd say we probably need to put about like $55 a square foot of work into this one, especially because we don't have a pool. So we've got to make it like wow enough that a buyer's going to come in and be able to overlook that it doesn't have a pool and still justify paying 500. So
Let's do this. I'm gonna do it my way, right? A rehab, and we'll see what you get, and then we'll compare it.
All right. I won't say a number until you get yours.
Cool. I'm gonna go take the pictures real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I've got mine.
This is us right here?
Yep.
Cool. That's all I need to see.
All right. We were pretty close.
Yeah.
I was at 92.
Okay.
So,
I was at 85.
82. I would probably round this one down a little bit since we went up to $55 a square foot. We already kind of accounted for a higher rehab budget. I'd probably say 90. But hey, look, we were within 5,000 of each other. So that's money. Let's go.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
And then for profit, we always try to get, we want to try to get deals that our investors are going to get between 10 to 15% of ARV as their profit. That's going to be something that's really enticing to them. That's going to make it worthwhile. So we're looking
Especially
for
in this market now.
Yeah, exactly. Especially because keep in mind too, these buyers that you're selling deals to are taking a huge risk.
Mhm.
They're having to put up, in this case, our offer price is going to come out to about 300, but they're having to put up $300,000 plus all of the rehab budget, and then hope that they're able to sell at the price that you told them ARV was.
Yeah.
So you really got to make this deal wild. A lot of people are like, oh, you need deals so deep, or oh, you're greedy. I don't know if you've gotten that from agents
100%.
before, but my response to that is always like, okay, well, how would you feel if you were in that position and we were telling you to put your money on the line? Then you would want to be conservative too.
This brings a great question. How was that conversation go? Give me a quick brief how that conversation goes with the agent when they're saying, hey, that's outlandish, that's crazy, it's too low. What do you follow by that? Like, what is the conversation like?
At first I would always try to sell the agents on why my number is perfect and why it's great. Like, oh, this is a great offer because look, here's where the numbers are. Most of the time they don't care. Yeah. They see the number that they see and that's what they want. But so I basically kind of just, if it's going to be too low, if I'm going to be like $200,000 off of list, most of the time I don't even tell them a number. I'm kind of just like, hey, I don't want to be a lowballer. I don't want to be offensive. You might have better luck with somebody else. This one isn't for me. If they're really desperate and they really want to sell it, they will tell you, hey, no, you're not going to offend us. You're not going to offend us. What's the number? And then I will literally just break it down. I have nothing to hide. Hey, you know, I think I could sell it for this much after I remodel it based on this, this, and this. I need to put in this much. I have holding costs. I have to pay commission on the back end when I list it. I literally just break it down for them. Maybe not dollar for dollar, but you know, that's how I got to my number. And I don't think one agent has been like, oh, that doesn't make sense. Afterwards, they're normally like, okay, I see where you're coming from.
Yep.
Sometimes it works. Sometimes they'll find a different buyer.
Yeah, exactly. And I think if you're really coming in sounding like you know what you're talking about, like you're actually a buyer, like you're a real buyer, then you say the numbers with confidence and you say, hey, like this is where I need at, just like how Kyle said. You know, most of the time, you kind of find that when, like you said, when they're desperate and they need an offer, they don't consider it. They're like, all right, just send it in. You know what I mean? And you find that more times than not. And we've gotten deals 100K plus off of list just because we called to have a conversation and just explain this is why we need it. Just like Kyle said, like, so don't be afraid to call, make that phone call. If it's too low, you know, just be straight up. Right.
Yeah. And get somebody else's opinion too. You know, if you're getting feedback from these realtors all the time that, oh, your number's too low, your number's too low. I would say 9 out of 10 times our numbers are going to be low.
Yeah.
But check with somebody else. Have them run their numbers on it without you telling them. Like I'll give Brandon or Tanner an address and just be like, hey, tell me your numbers. Tell me what you think. I don't even want to tell you. And then we kind of compare and contrast. Yep. So just try to get on the same wavelength as other people. So that'll definitely help out.
100%.
Cool, man. Jake, we getting any other ones submitted?
I got a few for you right here.
Cool.
I'll get something. I'll come with
it. You wanna maybe call them out?
5105 Forest Hills Lane, Vegas.
All right, we got a Vegas one. 5105
Forest Hills Lane.
Forest Hills Lane.
What's that?
That sounds a little familiar, yeah.
Like that Big Hole album. What is it?
Forest Hills Drive. Yeah.
Wow, I can't spell. (5105) Forest Hills. What?
Forest Hills Drive.
Drive.
It's literally Forest Hills Drive.
Not seeing that one come up in Vegas. 5105 Forest Hills Drive. All right. We got another one we can maybe check out.
Yeah.
That one might be a dud. I got that J. Cole album stuck in my head.
Yeah. Gotcha. That's a morning workout one right there, baby.
Yep.
Gotta blast that in the gym, get right. Yeah, we gotta figure this out. It's just not coming.
Did you try refreshing it? Maybe.
All right, I got one here for you. So it looks like 152 Alston Street, Alston.
Where is that one at?
Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Yes.
Louisiana.
All right.
Quincy.
Yep.
Let's check it out. I think this might actually be the first time I've looked at a deal in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Same 5 steps still apply. We're still going to get familiar with our subject property. We're still going to look for 3 comps. We're going to determine ARV, come up with our rehab costs, and come up with our offer price. So let's take a look.
Let's get it.
Got a 4-bed, 2-bath, 1,700 square feet. Looks like we've got a few pictures. So nice greenhouse, blends in with the forest, and a very old interior. All right, let's see what year we're built. I always like to look at what year. There's not even a year listed.
She's so old it isn't.
Okay, so I'm just gonna assume it's very old.
Yeah.
Let's save this property. No, that is not my home. Now let's see what's selling around here. Let's see. Louisiana might be one of those non-disclosure states. Let me see if I can get it on the realtor.com. Just for those of you that don't know, that might be wondering what I'm talking about, if you look up a property on Zillow and it's in another state, it's called a non-disclosure state, meaning that they don't make public record of the sale price of homes. You'll see, dashed lines through that data point on those homes, and it just obviously is very hard or damn near impossible to comp those. So let's see if we got the same issue on Realtor.com. So it says the estimated home value is $91,000. I normally take that with a grain of salt. I don't really find these to be super accurate, but
Dang, you really don't think this estimate is accurate?
you gotta flip that. Oh, that's funny. All right. Yeah, no nearby home value comparison. So sorry, whoever submitted that one. Non-disclosure state. We'll have to come up with a better way to do that. We appreciate your guys' patience, and we do hope you're getting value out of this. We appreciate you rolling with the punches. We're figuring it out as we go. It's a new show. We'll get it dialed in. So I guess we'll hop on over to another one. Jake, we got any others?
You know what's crazy? I actually have one.
Oh, you have one?
Yeah, I got one.
Cool.
It's by Mr. Albert Bowie.
Oh,
Whoever that is. 724 West Gale Drive. Bowie, I appreciate you, sir. Oh, man.
All right.
It's GAIL.
My fault. All right. Let's see what we got here. So this one's in Chandler, 85225. Love Chandler. That's my hometown. Let's see what we got. So I'm just going to pull up the old MLS listing from 2002. This is just where I'm going to try to get some information from. Looks like we're a 4-bed, 2-bath, 1,700 square feet, built in 73. And it says that we have no pool. If something is the last MLS listing is like from 2002, you maybe just want to like double check on the bird's eye view here and make sure that they didn't add a pool over the past 20 years or so. Looks like they haven't. Google does a pretty good job of updating these photos. So we got no pool. We're a 4.2, 1,700 square feet. Let's see what's selling around us. Lots of actives. Okay, we've got one under contract. That's 1,500 square feet, just because I'm interested. Okay, so this one's smaller than us, one less bedroom, but it does have a pool under contract. So keep that noted. Now we've got a 480. This one's 1,500 square feet. 3.2 with no pool. Okay, and this one, it's active, but it's only been sitting for about 9-10 days. But again, there's no pool, so let's see how long that one actually sits for. Might mean that pools are important in this neighborhood to the buyers. Okay, we're getting closer on square footage now. Got a 1,600 square foot, 4-bed, 2-bath, no pool. Okay, so here we go. Here's one that sold in January. Let's see what the condition looks like. Okay, so it looks like it was, they put in some new flooring. Like they kept the cabinets the same, maybe added new countertops. So it looks like they did kind of like a wholesale type deal here where they maybe bought it with a slim margin, put like a little bit of work into it, cleaned it up, and just made it look nice, but sold for $465. Okay, tell me what your thoughts are on properties that sold back in January, now considering that we're in June.
As far as comps?
Yeah.
I'm taking them into account, of course, because we're still within our 6-month period that we're looking back at. But I'm not saying I'm taking it with a grain of salt, but they don't have as much power on the ARV as they would maybe 2 or 3 months ago, just because how the market has shifted. And I'm really looking 3 months back, honestly, more so than 6. I keep my 6, but 3 months back more so, just because the market is just crazy right now. So
okay,
yeah.
So just as an example, like if this same property sold, let's say June, like June 1st, it closed. Yeah. Then would you be a lot more excited about this as a comp as opposed to the one
January? Way more excited. Way more excited. It's recent. You know, it's obviously during this whole shift, so somebody bought it for that price. So I feel way more confident to go in and say, hey, that's my ARV. January was a whole different time, whole different monster. It's not the same. So, you know, I take that into account. And by the way, if you send us a property and if it's not locked up, it's fine. But if it's not locked up, whoever else is watching, don't go and take the property. And don't do that. Don't be an ass. That's messed up. Let them, you know, let everybody get their property comp and, you know, bring your own deals. Bring your own deals.
Read a shirt. What does it say? Collaboration over competition.
Guys.
Yeah, don't be a dick. Try to steal people's deals. There's plenty of deals to go around. Go get your own. Bring them here. Have them comped, and we'll tell you what we think. We good?
Yeah.
Still rolling? Cool. All right. Well, I'm seeing a lot of actives in this little pocket here. I see some 580s. These are all bigger. These are all over 2,000 square feet. So I'm not even really looking at those as comps. Even this 500 here, it's 1,900 square feet. Let's see what this one's all about. No pool, 3-2. Okay. So maybe. Inside looks pretty similar to the 486. So let's see when this one closed. Okay, so this one actually closed June 8th. So that's actually pretty good. So there we go. Now we've got two comps. We've got one at 465 and one at 500. The one at 465 is a little bit closer to us. It's got the same bedrooms and it's more similar in square footage. So I'm probably going to say that our ARV is maybe right in between those. 475, you think?
100%.
Maybe?
I agree.
475?
I
Okay.
agree.
All right. So now that we've determined ARV, let's figure out what our rehab cost would be. This home was built in 1973, so not nearly as old as the other ones. For me, just off a price per square foot deal, I'm looking probably like 40 to 45 on this one. You know, the 1970s to 1980s is kind of where, you know, the roof could be hit or miss, the AC could be hit or miss. So it's a little bit more of a gamble. So I want to bump it up a little bit.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I'm right there with you. Wouldn't say anything different. So.
Okay, cool. So let's see what we got on this here. 1,728 square feet times 45, right at about 77,000. So again, I always like to round up. So I would go with 80 probably. And just know, keep in mind, if you're rounding up on everything, you might have a little bit of wiggle room in your offer. So let's use this one as an example. We said 475. There was a comp that sold at 500. So is it unrealistic for it to sell at 500? No, but you don't want to bank on it.
Yeah.
And then rehab costs at 80. Is it reasonable that somebody might be able to do it in 70 or 75 if they've got great crews? Sure.
Yeah, you'll find them.
So yeah, you run through the numbers. We do our 15%. And at our wholesale fee, we're right at like 295. So if you're offering 290, 295, and the agent's like, no, that's not going to work. We need to be, at 300. Great. Now you know in the back of your mind, okay, well, I'm just going to have to find a buyer who can do this in 75,000 for rehab instead of 80. So don't let that turn you off immediately. Give yourself a little bit of wiggle room and negotiating power. So yeah, Mr. Bowie, if you're watching this, we need that one at 300, sir.
Thank you. We will be expecting that tomorrow in the office, sir. Thank you.
Cool.
Next one. Or Jake, do we have another one that somebody sent?
A little slow right now, so if you got one. Oh yeah, I got one. Here you go.
Clean up all my tabs.
Hey,
Let's go.
Oh, this Georgia, the West Georgia Ave one?
Is that it? All right.
Okay.
2020 West Georgia Ave. Right?
Oh, you weren't.
Oh, my bad.
Appreciate you, Tanner.
Oh, okay. So just so you know what's going through my head and probably Brandon's as well, I see us pop up here at 265, and then right behind it, I see a 445. So, or 455, sorry. So that makes me a little bit excited to dive into this one and see what we got going on. So let's get familiar with our subject property first. We are a 2-1, 1,400 square feet. Built in 1950, no pool. That's a no pool stay.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the purple house.
Man. Wow.
And just again, just what I'm noticing as we go through, the roof looks absolutely shot. The shingles are falling off, so need to account for a new roof and whatever this cable is that they've got running along the front. I don't know what that is, but interesting. Ooh, man,
Oh my
this one's a
gosh.
shithole.
Good Lord.
Oh, look, hey, they got some exposed brick in here. That's kind of crazy.
There's a lot of potential there, man.
Yeah, hey,
Jeez.
that's kind of the style.
Right.
Okay, see, so this is a perfect example of an investor property. No end buyer is going to see this and be like, oh, I can see myself living in this. Hell no.
Yeah.
You're going to need an investor that's going to look at this and be like, let's go. I'm going to get my crews in there. I'm going to clean this up, get my hands dirty. All right, we get the idea. We don't need to look at this anymore. So let's see what our comps are. I like this one. 1,700 square feet, and we were 1,300. So how many square feet do you go above or below?
3. What did I say the other day? 3, like 90, 399, somewhere like that. I want to say 300. So I really want to say 300. This one is what, 400 square feet. It's a little bit bigger than we have, and they're what, a 32.
It's almost 1,400 square feet. So we're within that 400.
You can still play in that. You know, we'll still look at it. We'll still play in that range. But yeah, I want to say at least 300. Like I said, even the 390. So this could fall in that little range. Yeah.
Cool. Jake, just a heads up, Ryan just texted me, said that we're not live. So, it's all good. We're gonna keep rolling. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so just keep in mind, if you're pushing 300-400 square feet difference, either bigger or smaller, so again, some people might see it as a comp, some people might not. It really just depends on your investors. You really want to try to be as close to like 200, but if it's over 400, plus or minus, just not doing it at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously you can tell from the first photo that this thing is pretty nice remodel. Also has no pool, 3-bed, 2-bath. So we know they're gonna have to add a bedroom and a bathroom to ours. Let's see if we can find any other comps for this. Okay, got a 380. So 32. Okay, so this one's really close to our square footage.
So off market as well. Be
I like it.
mindful of that.
Oh, good catch.
Yeah,
Good catch.
be mindful of that. So always, if you're on the MLS and you're clicking onto Monsoon, be mindful. You'll see the switch. You'll see sold at X amount, and then you click on Monsoon and it's sold for hundreds of thousands 5 years ago. So be mindful.
Looks like this was a direct to seller deal too.
Yeah.
Sold February 22nd, and the property owner is now an LLC. So to me, when I see an LLC owns a property, it's either a rental or somebody fixing and flipping. We can only figure that out based on the price. So let's find another comp here. What about this other 445? Okay. Oh, see, 2021 build. Can't use that. That's out. Got. See what these 450s are about. 3-1. Okay, same thing. Sold off market. These are canceled listings. They got somebody to buy them off market. So we've got one really strong comp. I wonder if somebody else saw this. Okay. Okay, so we got another 3-2, 1,500 square feet, 1 story, 1950, no pool. Yeah, looks to be remodeled. Yep. So what I would be doing in this scenario is I would be calling this agent and I would be asking them like, hey, you know, I've got a comp, or I'm got a property coming up in this area that I'm looking to do a fix and flip on. This I think would be a really good comp for my property. I want to see where I can be confident that I will sell it at. I'm sure you can't tell me exactly what you guys are under contract at, but can you give me like an idea? Are you way below list? Are you at? Are you way over? Yeah. And yeah, that's just kind of how I do that. Yeah. Honestly, if we don't have any other properties to comp right now, I could just call them right now.
Yeah, let's do it.
Do that live?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Give them a call here. Let's hope he answers. Hi, is this John?
Yeah, it is.
Hey, John, my name's Kyle. I was just calling about your listing on 1930 West Denton Lane.
Yep.
Just had a quick question for you because so I'm an investor and I actually fix and flip in this area, and I have a project that's going to be coming up there. I'm trying to see where I think I might be able to sell it at when I'm done. And this property is like actually a pretty good comparable for me. I'm sure you can't tell me like exactly where you guys are under contract at, but I see you're under contract. Can you just give me an idea? Are you guys like, at list? Are you way below?
Yeah, we're pretty darn close to this.
Pretty close to list. Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you very much. Do you know when you guys are set to close on that?
The 12th.
The 12th of July.
Assuming it goes through, they're in the middle of their inspection right now. So assuming we get through inspections, nothing major, then 12th of July.
Okay, cool. And I assume you're representing an investor on this, or are you the investor yourself on it?
No, it's not an investor. Actually, it's a homeowner.
Oh, really?
They remodeled it for themselves and then are now just retiring and making a change in license, so they're selling.
Okay, well, very nice.
So
They did a good job. They should flip homes for a living.
There you go.
All right, thanks, man. I
Okay.
appreciate your time. Take care.
No problem.
Bye. See, just got to get on the phone, talk to people.
Yep.
I was totally fooled. I thought that was done by a flipper, but okay, so they're set to close the 12th of July. So you don't quite want to use that as a comp yet. I say if they're a week or two out from closing, then I'm pretty confident that that it will close.
Yeah.
And I always tell the investors that too. When I'm just going a deal, I'll be like, hey, we've got this one really solid comp here. We've got this one pending. I show them that I did the work on it. I talked to the agent. They're under contract, very close to list, and they're set to close on this date. You've now done your due diligence. You've taken that off their plate, and now they just have that straight knowledge. So
Exactly. And one little thing that you take from that too is he said, they haven't got through inspections yet. That for me was a red flag. I was like, okay, I can't use that as a comp yet.
Yep.
Hopefully they get through inspections because he wasn't even sure they got through inspections. Hopefully they get through inspections and then we can use it as a strong comp. We've actually bought houses where we had a pending comp and because we called the agent, they said, yeah, we're closing in 2 weeks. Okay, cool. We'll use that. Everything went good with inspections, everything went thorough. Yeah. Okay, cool. We'll use that. Yeah. So we've actually bought properties like that. So make sure that we give that phone call. That's perfect. Exactly how Kyle did it. Confident you saw it. Just like that. Easy.
Easy.
Make the phone call.
You guys got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to this one. I say our ARV is probably like right in the middle of these two. I'm going to say right around like 450.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
I agree.
Right in the middle?
I agree.
Cool.
Let's go 450.
450.
450. Let's get to the rehab.
Yep. So that one was a mess.
It was.
1950. We know that we need a new roof. I'm going to assume by the condition of the property, it needs a new AC unit. I'm going to assume that this thing needs everything. It needs a whole 9 yards. So I'm going to get a little crazy on this one, honestly. And Brandon might think I'm wild, but
no.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm gonna do my rehab, and Kyle's gonna do his. So we're 1,400 square feet. Keep that in mind. You saw the pictures, right?
Yep.
You guys might think we're crazy.
Yep, you might.
Yeah.
But again, it's better to overestimate than to underestimate.
100% be safe. Better be safe than sorry.
All right.
Ready?
Yep.
What you got?
I got 84.
Well, I was way higher.
You were?
I was way higher. I was like in the 100s. I was
oh
6
my
figures.
God.
I was 6 figures considering okay, so let's break this down. This is perfect. I love this.
So do I.
Yeah. So basically, let's break this down. The reason I said 6 figures because we saw the roof was messed up. I basically counted everything, like every single thing needs to be replaced, maybe damn near good. Like it didn't look that bad, but just because there's clothes everywhere, there's shit all over the floor, we can't see anything. I'm assuming the worst. I may have overestimated the rehab on that one, but that's why it's good to have somebody like Kyle to bring you down to earth or bring you back up and be like, hey, that's not realistic, right? You got to have people like that. So I can sit here and look at Kyle and be like, yo, Kyle, what you think about this one? He'll tell me his, I'll tell you my spiel, and we'll be like, okay, we come on agreed. So like I would say for this rehab, I say what we can go like 90.
I'd probably meet in the middle, go to 95.
95, yeah.
The only reason I wouldn't say it's not over 6 figures is because we don't have a pool.
Mm-hmm.
Keep in mind, pools are very expensive to replace. A pool pump, resurfacing a pool, all that can cost up to like $30,000. So that can really blow a budget.
Yeah.
So yeah, I say we go kind of right in the middle, about 95.
Awesome.
So
cool with that.
Let's see what the numbers look like. And then keep in mind too, if you're going to have an investor spending $95,000 of rehab on a $450,000 ARV house, you better make sure that they're the profit that they're getting is that full 15%.
Exactly.
So let's see what 15% of that is. They're going to need probably like 65 to 70,000 to make it worth for somebody to dive into that.
Cool.
So what does that bring our offer to?
We're at like 235, 230, 235. All right, you want to get that locked up around there.
All right, Tanner, get on the phones, brother.
Yeah.
I'm ready to sell this one. I'm ready to sell it. I already know you're going to get it locked up.
Let's do it.
All right.
Check, do we have any others coming in? I don't know. My bad. All right, we'll look at another one. Let's do one where it's been sitting for a long time. I like those.
Tell this guy to post it. This guy popped up on the screen. Drake. Tell Drake to post his deals in the chat.
Okay, yeah. Post your deals in the chat, Drake. We love to comp them for you. All right. Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Is that what I've been doing this whole time? There's no way.
How did you get that to pop up? 339. Those are a few minutes behind, but
Yeah. Cool. All right, yeah, Drake, just give us some addresses. We'll love to comp for you. But in the meantime, what we will do is look at another one from our list.
since we had some technical difficulties, we'll go to like 410, 415,
Yeah.
so we can make sure everybody's got a deal
Yeah.
comped. But hey, keep in mind, remember, Brandon told us at the beginning, if you don't get your deal comped and you want one comped, go to asianinvestors.com/dispo. There is a nice, easy sheet you can fill out, and it'll go straight into a database that the AI team will look over. Brandon, the acquisition manager, will make sure that it gets comped. We'll look at it, and we'll try to get you a response within 24 hours. So again, don't be getting crazy. Don't be dropping 20 in there a day because we still got to do our own deals. But if you've got one that you're really confident on, that you want a second opinion on, we'd love to help you guys out.
Exactly.
And again, that's a free resource.
Free resources. Please use this. Please use this. Right. I feel like everybody should be tapping into stuff like this. If you want to get deals, do more MLS deals, please tap into what we're doing. This is, right from the horse's mouth, aka Ryan Zolin. It's right from him. So here goes our other property. Okay, we're address is 3522 North 3rd Street, Phoenix. I'm hitting them with the Phoenix ones today.
I love it. These historic districts, man.
All right.
I don't know if this one's in a historic district.
Oh man.
Oh.
I've actually seen. You know what?
Let's skip this one.
Skip this one. I've seen this one.
And I'll tell you why. While he's looking at it, I can tell you right off the bat, we're right up against 3rd Street here. We've got some commercial buildings, whatever Columbus 77 LLC is. This is just not a neighborhood that you're going to be able to sell like a family, like, oh, this is going to be a great home for you and your family. No, you're right against a main road. No.
Yeah. So immediately it's a no-go. And those should be like this. Like, it should literally be one look and you'd be like, okay, no, this is not a deal.
On to the next,
right?
The only reason I even spent a full 30 seconds on it is because I wanted to tell you guys where I was at. Otherwise, I would have pulled it up and been like, nah, pass, right on to the next one.
I get laughed at if I show Kyle a deal like that. He'll laugh in my face, right? He'll laugh in my face.
That's brutal.
Cool. I got another one in Chandler.
Cool.
Right? I think I've seen this one before too, but we'll look at it anyways. It's 704 West McNair Street.
Brandon's probably seen every address in the state of Arizona at one point or another. I don't think that there's been one this week that I've been like, yo, can you check this one out? That he hasn't been like, oh yeah, I've seen this one before. He's a wizard, man. He's got eyes everywhere.
It's a numbers game, baby. It's a numbers game.
Yes, sir. All right, let's get familiar with our property. Step 1 here. We are a 4-bed, 2-bath. We are almost 2,200 square feet, 1-story, 1980, so a little bit newer. 2.5 garages with a pool. All right, we finally got a pool. Let's look at what we got here. Make sure this isn't already remodeled. No, definitely not. That carpet is disgusting. So is that tile. Kitchen is outdated. All right, so this one could use some TLC. Let's dive into this one. And again, keep in mind, I don't think I've said this yet, but keep in mind, your comps need to be between 3 and 6 months back. And if you're pushing 6 months all the way back to January, maybe you want to take a little bit off because remember, buyers were going crazy back then. They were way overpaying. They were paying $100K over list. They were going nuts. So they are still comps, but keep in mind the market's not as crazy. Be a little bit modest. Don't bank on appreciation. All right. Oh man, right off the bat, first one I clicked on. We've got a 650 I can already tell from the little picture here that we're remodeled. And we are the same square footage, same year built. And we have a pool as well. I like this. Let's see what kind of rehab they did. Ooh, I like that. I like that tile going all the way up at the kitchen. Okay, so we've got some decent curb appeal. I like that white look with the black garage.
And honestly, it looks like it's very similar layout, right? It looks like a very similar layout.
It looks like maybe they knocked down the kitchen cabinets that were hanging here and just kind of opened it up, put an island in there. Yep, there's the same brick wall. Okay.
So model match.
Model match, baby.
So I don't want to rain on the parade, but let's go back to the report. And this is, I think we haven't done this yet. So go to the tax records. Not for that one, my fault. Oh, that's my bad. Yeah, go to the tax records for this, and then go to let's actually go to the MLS because I want to go to the report, see if we have anything like solar, if there's anything on the property. That's a lot of times we miss those. We'll bring each other properties all the time and be like, "Yo, this is a deal, and then somebody goes, "Oh, this has solar. This is lease solar on it." Ah, damn! Right? Just wasted all that time. So you definitely have to check this out and see if we're good to go on these.
I don't see anything. It would be under here, the construction and utilities. It would be under energy or something.
Awesome.
So I think we're in the clear on that one. But that was a good call out for sure. Definitely something I've been caught wasting time on. Okay, so this is great. We've got a model match that sold at $649, and this was towards the end of March, so it's relatively new. Let's see what other good ones we can find here. One's a little bigger. I always like looking at the actives. Okay, Open Door. They've got this listed at $575. They notoriously overlist underwhelming properties, so
and it's actually a model match as well.
Yeah, but look at this.
Yeah, it's not rehab. They have it way overpriced.
No pool, whatever that thing is in the backyard. Kitchen sucks. Yeah, so that one will probably sit for a while. That seems overpriced to me. Lots of other actives sitting right around that 570 range.
Again, let's really what do you think when you see a lot of actives? We may have said this earlier in the show, but what is your mindset when we see a whole bunch of actives in an area where we have our property at?
It definitely really depends on the scenario. So it's not like a blanket statement, but like in this case, I'm looking and I see that buyers have a lot of options. They have a lot of options in this 500 to 570 range. So if we're going to be putting out a product that we're expecting to get, 570 or over, like what's available, it's got to be awesome. It's got to be like super nice. You got to have all the bells and whistles, because otherwise they'll just go get something more affordable. So that's what I think. What about you?
100%. Same as you, man. We're still looking for, a good ARV, but I just take that into account. I'm really just saying, hey, a lot hasn't sold in the area, right? So, we have to ease up on the ARV. If we have that 640, I wouldn't say, or whatever, I don't remember exactly what it was priced at, but wherever that high comp we had, I wouldn't go all the way at that high comp just because we have so many actors in the area. You never know, right? You never know if you put a product out there and you don't want it to sit. So that's one of the alarming things. But it's not nothing to kill it. It doesn't kill the deal at all. Don't run from that. Yeah,
just keep it in mind. And I'm seeing these two mid 500 ones. We've got one that sold at 530 that I was just looking at here. This one is a little bit smaller than us by like 100 or so square feet, but it's not updated at all, and it has a pool. So what that means to me is when an unremodeled home like this sells for a higher price, I'm thinking that the pools are pretty important to the buyers. Here's another one. There's no pictures of the inside of this one, but this one sold at right around 560 end of May. One less bedroom and a little bit smaller, but also has a pool. So I'm going to say, honestly, that our ARV could probably be like 575 is kind of what I'm thinking.
Yep.
So I'm just now realizing that is exactly where they are listed. You'll run into that a lot. You'll come to your ARV conclusion and you'll go back and be like, oh, that's exactly where they're listed. So this one's definitely going to be low. This is going to be one of the ones, without even running the numbers, my guess is that we're probably going to be at about 300 to 320,000. Just because I've probably seen 500 of these over the past 2-3 weeks that are right around that 500, 575 range. So I don't even need to run the numbers on this. I know we're going to be in the low 300s. You got to get on the phone with this agent, give them a call. Hey, this is where I'm at. This is why. There's lots of other properties available in this neighborhood for the price that you're listed at. So this is where I need it.
Yeah, 100%. And it's crazy when I've noticed when I've called agents and you say, "Oh my God, the market is crazy," they're just like, "Oh my God, yeah, I know." It's just so
get them excited.
Get them all excited and get them on your side a little bit though. But yeah, 100% what Kyle said.
All right.
Cool.
You got some more in the chat here?
Yeah, man. Luis, I see you guys have been saying we can't see your properties if you dropped them. I'm very sorry about that. They're just not popping up. Maybe YouTube does. I don't know.
We're still figuring it out.
Yeah,
we're still getting it. But hey, keep in mind again, just want to plug this again, agentinvestors.com/dispo. If we did not get to your deal, we deeply apologize, but we will make it right. We will comp your property 100%. For free and get back to you within 24 hours. And on top of that, I don't think we've said this in a little while for everybody watching. We're giving you guys another free tool. Me and Brandon worked on our 5 steps that we use when we're comping. We broke it down even further. We wrote a list of 6 to 8 things that we're looking at for our subject property, for our comps. We're looking at a formula for how we run our rehab, and that is available to you for free. If you just go to agentinvestors.com/comp.
/comp. Right.
Agentinvestors.com/comp. Put in your info, and we will email you a free PDF of telling you exactly what we look at.
Exactly.
So yeah, let's check out what Luis has got here.
Luis 724 South Orange. I don't know guys. Make sure you put what state it's in, because it may be. I want to say it's California.
It depends if it's Orange Ave or Orange Street.
Yeah. So make sure put the
Orange Street.
Yeah, let's go Orange Street. Let's put the full address in there, guys, so we know exactly where.
I think we guessed right.
Yeah, I think we guessed right. Yeah, 100%. And then also another thing, Drake, I'm still not seeing. Luis just commented.
YouTube won't let them post the full address.
Huh?
If they post the full address, YouTube deletes it.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
Thinking about how they word it.
Okay.
Damn.
Just put 724 South Orange, and then under street or drive. Literally press enter, then go street or drive, just so we kind of know. You know what I mean?
We'll get a little ghetto with it.
We'll get sorry guys, but I mean, hey, it's a YouTube thing.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Yeah,
we'll figure it out. And maybe, you know what, maybe next time, bro, we can talk about this, but maybe we can have everybody submit their properties, maybe Monday through Wednesday. They drop them into the bucket, and we will look at them on Wednesday. So we'll get it figured out. But okay, so I see this one is for sale in California. We are listed at $375, 4-bed, 2-bath, almost 1,200 square feet, built in 1954. And it looks like, wow, from the pictures, it looks like somebody's fixing a car in their grass in the front yard.
Curb
so
appeal is beautiful. That is beautiful curb appeal. We love. We don't. That's disgusting. All right.
Yeah, this one looks like it's in some pretty bad shape. Again, no end. Oh my God, somebody's asleep right here. Jesus.
There's a pair of legs right there. I don't know if they're from.
I don't know what that is. This is honestly kind of comedy.
Yeah.
They've got drop tile ceilings in this house. Okay, wow. Honestly, this is bad.
Yeah, this is bad.
But yeah, again, no end buyers ever going to buy this. You're going to need an investor. When I see these kind of houses, I like to look and see if there's been any teardowns in that neighborhood. Did some developer come in and get a property for super cheap and realize that it wasn't even worth it to rehab the property? They just tore it down, built something brand new, and got top dollar for it. That's what I always like to look for in these neighborhoods. Exactly. But let's see what we got. And we are going to make sure that everything is set within the last 6 months. Oof. Not a lot of activity going on here. Just to get a point of reference, I'm going to move it back to 12 months, but I'm not going to use anything beyond 6 months as a comp. But I just want to get an idea. 1,200 square feet. This one sold at $475. See if it was remodeled. Okay. Yeah, so it actually looks pretty decent. It looks like it was remodeled. If I really just had to throw a number out there, just because, I would probably say our ARV is probably about 450, 475. Yeah. This one sold back in November of 2021. And it looks, again, from the outside, it's hard to tell, but it looks like it's a pretty similar model match. The garage is on the right side. It's got kind of this walkway back here. So yeah, 450, 475. Let's run with that for this example.
Cool.
And then let's see, rehab. I just want to hear straight up what you think. What do you think on rehab?
What's our square footage?
We were 1,200.
Oh man.
Yeah, slightly below.
I want to say 70.
70.
Am
You
I
think?
crazy?
You think for this one?
I think 70. Again, okay, I'm dialing back. We'll go 65, right? Again, because it's just disgusting, right? I can't see everything in there, right? I see clothes where I see it. You never know what's in there. You don't know what's under the pile.
Yeah.
You never know, right? So I'm just giving that a lot of oh shit room, is like what I like to call it, right?
Yeah.
So I would say even for a 1,200 square foot house, I mean, man, 65.
I think you're being generous on
Really?
that.
Yeah.
I'm honestly thinking more like 80. I see the drop tile ceilings in here.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to, get some hard lit ceilings, get some drywall put in there. I mean,
Mhm.
nobody wants that in their house.
Right.
I think this thing needs a lot of work, especially because it's built in the 50s. Again, I'm
Right.
assuming the roof is bad. I'm assuming the AC is bad because these people didn't take care of their property. So I think it's fair to make that assumption.
And it's crazy when me and Kyle go back and forth like this. My ticker always goes up for rehab. When he explains, I'm like, okay, I see. Or it comes down, I'm like, okay, I see.
New roof. Oh no.
Oh, damn, yes, right. So it's
right.
good to have somebody like that.
We'll meet in the middle. Let's run it at 75.
75.
Okay. And then rehab or profit, probably going to want around 50.
Yeah.
So I think we're probably going to need this one in like the high twos. I'm thinking probably like 265, 270 range is probably where we're at. Again, I'm lowering that a little bit just to add a little bit of buffer room because somebody's going to see this and be like, wow, this thing is rough. And there's not strong comps. So
Yeah, exactly.
Probably around like 465 or sorry, 265, not 465.
100%.
Cool. All right. I know it's 4 o'clock, but I think we had some technical difficulties. We're going to, make sure we get a few more in here. Try to make sure we take care of as many people as possible.
I got the rest of this guy's address.
Okay, let's get it.
Cool.
3704 North Celtic Drive.
It's this one.
And that's Indianapolis.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. You've been here a couple times.
Looked at Indy a little bit here and there. All right. So we are listed active for sale. We are $117,000 list price, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1,100 square feet, and we are built in 1962. I like when the Zillow listings have the photos here. This one's definitely outdated, but it's clean.
Yeah.
It's not like the other ones, some of the other ones that we've seen where it's completely trashed. What I'm seeing right off the bat, again, just speaking out what I see, this wall is going to need to come down and somebody's going to knock this down, make it an open floor plan kind of concept. So you're going to have to move the kitchen back. So keep that in mind when you're running rehab. But for the most part, I wouldn't say that this one's quite cosmetic, but I don't think it's going to be anything, extremely crazy.
No, not at all.
So let's look at the comps. Let's look at the comps. Got to switch this back to 6 months. Can't be looking at 12 months back. Oops.
And again, guys, we're really looking 6 months, but we're really looking 3 months, honestly. Like that right now, we're really looking 3 months before we're going back 6.
All right, so our subject property is somewhere right in here. Okay, we've got another 3-1, 1,100 square feet.
Okay.
Honestly, this one looks like a model match because look, you walk in and you've got this wall that we were talking about knocking out here. You've got the cabinets. So yeah, this is a model match. This
100%.
is.
And sometimes guys, like, you understand, like, not always have to knock walls down. We just saw a model match where it was like they didn't do anything but paint. I think carpets.
Looks like new carpet.
Yeah, new carpet. Like they didn't do much. Like nothing crazy, right?
The countertops aren't even granite countertops. They didn't put any appliances in here.
Yeah.
So.
And it's sold. So it's like, that's where you have to be at. And that's fine.
This one was built in 1962. So yeah, this is a good model match comp if you are looking to do like a wholesale type of deal. But this one sold pretty low. It was like 135K. I see this 146 here. This one's got an extra bathroom, maybe like 50 extra square feet. So I'm still counting that for sure. Same year build. So yeah, let's see what this one looks like on the inside. Oh man, that's awful photo. All right, well, they didn't really do this property justice if it was remodeled, but based on this one photo, I'm guessing that it's probably not. So this one probably sold for a little bit more because of the extra bathroom. A lot of people like 3-bed, 2-bath. Let's see, got another 3-1 that's 900 square feet.
Ah,
Same thing, clean, not updated though.
no.
Okay, so I think we've probably seen enough here to realize that our let's check out this one too. That one's too big. 3-2, 4-2. I don't know what this is, but this is probably part of a portfolio deal. When I see a random like $1 million purchase in a low neighborhood, I'm assuming that somebody bought it. It was wrapped into a portfolio of probably like 30 other properties or something. So I'm thinking ARV for us is probably going to be right around this one. I think if you actually put in a rehab budget and like put in, granite countertops and maybe knock a wall down, open it up, I think you can maybe even push a little bit. I'm saying like 145.
Yeah, 100%. Let's go 145.
That's not unreasonable for this neighborhood. You had this one that sold for that price.
Right.
And since we're in such a low price point, I don't think we need to go crazy on the rehab here. And since it's pretty clean.
Yeah, it is.
For me, this is kind of looking like a wholesale deal. So I'm not even going to run this like price per square foot. I'm going to probably assume that somebody can get this done in 25.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was teetering between 30, but yeah, it doesn't need that much work, right?
Yeah.
It's clean.
And then for profit, the ARV is 145,000. You're going to want to do at least $20,000 of profit for an investor. Otherwise, it's not going to be worth their while. So add in our wholesale fee on top, we're probably looking right around like 70 to 75 on this one. So get on the phone, talk to that agent, explain to them why their numbers are. You can even tell them the comps you're using, tell them what you had for rehab budget, break your numbers down.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily need to be a secret.
Yeah. Like I said, and it kind of adds the confidence that you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
They're not questioning like, oh, this guy's probably a wholesaler or whatever the case may be. He knows what he's doing. He actually flips house. He sounds like it. He's being confident. He's being, he's not stuttering or anything like that. Explain your numbers. If you have them right in front of you, get on the phone and explain your numbers. You know what I mean? It's simple as that.
Yeah. And for those of you that aren't realtors, put yourselves in the realtor's shoes. So the realtor has a listing contract with this seller to sell their home, and they're basically their teammate. They got to work together to sell this home for as much as possible. So if you're just like, my number's 75, let me know if the seller wants it or not. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah.
They're going to go to the seller and be like, well, I got this verbal offer for 75,000, but that's about all I know about it. If you spend 5 minutes on the phone breaking it down, hey, this is where I'm at. This is why. They go back to their seller, be like, I talked to this investor who, their number came in low, but they sound very confident. I think that if you want to get this house sold, they're a great option. This is what they said. Boom, 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 boom. The sellers would be like, yeah, that's true. The kitchen does suck. That needs to be remodeled.
Exactly.
Okay, sure. We'll take 75. Boom.
Yeah.
So put yourself in the realtor shoes as well.
Awesome, man.
I think we got time for one or two more.
Let's
we got two. Let's do them.
Let's do Drake. Drake's been trying to.
I got Drake ready.
Awesome. Yeah, I was about to say he's
message me on Instagram, bro. You said you got some properties. I do not want to leave you hanging, man. Message me on Instagram. Kyle Anderson AZ _. Shoot me a DM. I'll make sure you're taken care of, bro.
Yep. All right, Drake. Let's get your property comp. We're 2154 Snellings Drive, Columbus, Georgia.
Snellings.
Snellings.
All right.
I love Georgia, guys. I'm from Georgia, so love it.
All right, then I'm gonna let you break this one down.
Oh man! All right, cool.
All right, let's hit our 5 steps.
Let's do it, man. All right, we're viewing the property, man. Getting familiar with our property, right? So we're priced at 58. We'll call it 58,000. We're a 2-bed, 1-bath. We're 900 square feet, right? We were built in 1943, so we're an older home. Cool, man. Let's go to our step 2. One up. Dude, this transition from using this HP to a Mac is crazy. Jeez. All right, actually, Kyle, if you can you? Yeah, I'm struggling.
All right, so I'll drive here. This is us.
Yeah, this is us, right? We have a 95,000. It's a 4-bed, 2-bath, 2,300 square feet. Weird. Okay.
These low home prices are crazy to me because I'm used to working in the Phoenix market. You'd never find a home for this cheap. Got another 4-2 that's 1,400 square feet. We're
Too
small,
long.
man.
Yeah,
We're small.
Dang, I think.
Let's see what the pictures look like on this one. Not great.
Yeah,
Not great.
and they're a little bit newer, so we're priced a little bit lower than that. What else we got? 3-1, 950 square feet.
Oh, this
all
one's now
se-
for sale for
Yeah.
155.
They're all selling.
Okay, so this is what I'm gathering from this here. I see that this one sold here for 48,000,
Mhm.
and it is now for sale for 155,000.
Yep,
Looking at the pictures, it was definitely a remodel.
100%.
There you go. You now know exactly what an investor bought a 3-1 950 square foot property at in Columbus, Georgia.
Yep.
Let me actually make sure that one was in the same. Yeah. Okay. Same zip code. Just wanted to make sure. So I would keep an eye on this one that's for sale here.
Yeah.
See if this sells. Call the agent. Be like, hey, I'm an investor just like yourself. I'm looking at a deal in this area. Do you guys think that this is going to sell at 155? Have you gotten any interest on it? How long have you been listed for? Ask them questions because they are the ones actually doing it. Ask them, hey, by chance, how much did you spend on rehab to redo that whole property?
Yeah.
Ask them questions. This is a great resource for you. Yeah, get on the phone and ask them questions. But I don't know what we were listed at here, but
Yeah,
I'm assuming
58.
we're probably going to have to be in the lower 40s,
Yeah.
especially if that 155 isn't selling.
Mhm.
So
Exactly. So would you say this is one where you just kind of hold off because that you want to hold off and see if that's sold or what is because I see a lot of active comps.
yeah,
My thought process, and Kyle may have something different. I'm holding off until something sells in the neighborhood. Just because it's a lot of active, so people are obviously not buying it. I know Columbus is a little far out there; it's further from Metro Atlanta, so it's a little more rural. So I know things are going to take longer to sell. So yeah, I would wait for some more things to sell in that area, and then man. So,
yeah. I definitely start the conversation though. Get on the phone with that
100%.
realtor for the one that's for sale
100%.
and start talking to them. Get some information and then start talking to the realtor on this one for sale, the subject property we're looking at.
And you guys are funny. I see you guys are getting creative with putting the addresses down. I see Randy, what you did with that smart man. Jesus.
Putting the emojis in between. Let's go.
I see it. I see you guys getting creative with
love
it.
it.
I appreciate it, guys.
Hey, that's all. That's what real estate's all about, man. You got to roll with the punches. You got to figure it out.
That's what we do, right? It's a problem. We solve it, right? So
Love it.
cool, man.
All right, let's do one more. Let's get a good one here. Let's finish it off.
Want to do Randy's? It's just been let's do Randy's.
Yeah, Randy, for the creativity, man, we got you.
Yeah. Let's go where you see it.
All right, so we got 667 South.
Man.
I'm maybe assuming that it's all one word.
Yeah, it's all over.
There you go. Okay. All righty. So
is that a tree through it? Okay.
What? Oh, dang! I didn't even see that. Oh my God,
man!
What the hell?
Okay, I'm excited to see the inside. This must be a beauty.
That's scary though.
Yeah.
For me,
off bat. So that we haven't even looked at comps. Just off bat, Kyle. Go ahead, man. What do you think?
Off the bat, I'm very concerned about this, and this is one that I probably wouldn't make an offer on until I sent it to a flipper like Albert or one of our other investors and said, "Hey, man, what is the cost associated with this? Is it even salvageable? Like they're gonna have to, open up this whole entire wall, put up, new studs, do all the whole 9 yards on this. Yeah. Is it even worth doing any of that, or is it just a teardown? Is it not a deal? This thing is in bad shape. Oh, Zillow's. How effective has been Zillow? Yeah, no thanks, Zillow.
Oh man. Man.
Man. I know Brent always says ugly houses, big checks, but with a price tag in the 400s,
yeah,
there better be some good comps. And normally I don't look at the pictures this in depth first, but the tree sticking out of the house caught my eye.
That'll do it.
Anyways, let's check it out. We're 490, 2-bed, 1-bath. I don't know if the tree comes as like a resident in the house or what. 1,100 square feet, built in 1952. All right, let's see what loads up here.
I see you 617.
I do see that 617 right off the bat. 3-1. Okay. All right. 3-1. I would say that this is a comp. This is within our range of square footage. Same bed bath count. Let's make sure it's the same year. Yep. 52.
It's not
Let me
even
get
really
these
up there.
pictures a little bigger.
Just doesn't have a tree through it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So it's outdated. Pretty outdated, not anything special. Definitely not a flipped property. Flipped property. Hoping that we see something else though. Okay, 692. This one's got another bathroom and it's a little bit bigger than us.
And remodeled
Yep.
as well. What is our square footage?
I think we were 11 something. I'll double check in a second.
This is nice.
Yeah, it looks like they did a pretty decent job with this one. We do have a pool.
And they have a pool. Okay.
Oh, look, they've got like a little covered
cool, man.
casita thing. That's cool. All right, so did we? I gotta check if we had a pool. I don't think that we did, but
Yeah, I don't think we made it that far.
yeah. So we're just under 1,200 square feet. Let's see if we've got a pool. Whoa, we got the caution tape. Holy shit.
Wait, what happened?
I don't know, man. This thing is just getting worse and worse. Okay, no pool. I think our ARV, with the amount of work that we're gonna have to do on this property. Oh, and let's note that we're citing this main road here. Looks like it's like a 3 or 4 lane road. I think with the amount of rehab that we're gonna have to do, we're gonna have to justify a pretty high price. I'm thinking that if we're gonna be rebuilding walls, fixing the whole roof, this is gonna be like very close to a new build property. So I'm gonna say our ARV could be 700. And again, I don't want you to mistake this that I'm banking on appreciation. But I think that we could go for 700 if we're gonna put out a product that nice.
Yeah.
But not gonna like the rehab that we've got.
That rehab is gonna be a BITCH. It really is, right?
Yeah.
Because we're damn near building a whole new house. So I mean, this is a good time to have a guy like Albert sitting here. And it's like, hey, like he said off bat, right when we saw the property, what is the price on something like this? A tree through the house like that? That is. Are we?
You gotta go back to that.
Yeah. Are we rebuilding the whole house? Are we just fixing that wall? I know the roof is absolutely, you see the sheet on the top, it's absolutely terrible, right? So what is the price tag on that rehab, man? It's almost, are we building a new house? Like what is the case? And I think in this case, we may be building a new house, to be honest.
Either that or, again, this might sound outrageous, but I'm saying that we might need like $250,000 for rehab.
I wouldn't disagree.
Which you might think is crazy for such a small house. But again, I'm not, I've never fixed a house that had a tree through it, so I don't know. But I just want to assume the worst. Mm-hmm. So what do you want to toss it on the calculator and just see hypothetically?
Let's do it. You said 200 on this one.
I'm going 250.
I agree. We had ARV
I think I said 700.
Yeah, 700.
Maybe that might be pushing it a little bit, but again, for $250,000 of work, I think that might be justified. For profit, if you're putting in $250,000, no investor is going to touch this for less than probably, at least 100,000, maybe 120. That's probably what I would.
I would even go even a little bit higher, to be honest. But we'll go.
We'll run it at 120.
Let's go
just to see how it goes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that puts us right at like $260,000.
Right.
This house this needs a really experienced investor. Your buyer pool is going to be really small. You got to make this a smoking deal for somebody.
Yeah.
So 250 on that one. Call the agent. I don't think you have to explain why your offer is where it is.
Yeah.
It's falling apart.
Yeah. That's simple as that. Hey, this house is a mess. I can't buy it here. Right. Awesome, man.
Awesome. Cool, man. Well, I think that's about all we've got time for today. We really appreciate you guys hopping on and joining us. We love doing this. We love taking time out of our week to see what kind of properties you guys are looking at and see what deals you guys are seeing. We hope we're providing value to you. If so, please, share our show, help grow it. The more we grow it, the more we'll fix our technical difficulties. Exactly. We'll get it rolling. Right. We appreciate you guys' patience. Just want to give you 2 quick reminders. agentinvestors.com/dispo. If you did not get your deal checked out today, submit it. We will take a look at it and try to get back to you within 24 hours. and agentinvestors.com/comps. We would give you a free PDF of exactly what we are looking at when we are comping properties. And if you guys are interested in working with agents and doing MLS deals, check out the agentinvestors.com course. It's a great resource. Don't want to push it on you, but definitely something you should check out if you want to be efficient at working with agents and doing MLS deals.
100%. And Kyle, I don't know if you touched on this, but guys, if you have anything that you guys want to comment, Jennifer, I see you said no. I'm so sorry, but go to agentinvestors/dispo, right? Put it in there and we'll check out your property as soon as possible. We're going to be here next week. So be prepared and have your properties ready to go, and we can get to comping every week with you guys.
Yep. Thank you guys again. Thanks for tuning in to episode 1. We'll see you guys next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys.
Let's go.